Hello, crafty friends. Stacy here with another Tuesday creative session. And if you've been following me so far all month, I am playing again with the Endless Love stamp set and the Endless Love thin cut. So what I do is I do a card class the first Saturday of the month. So you can find that on my YouTube channel. And the rest of the Tuesdays, throughout that month, I come back and do another project, card, scrapbook page. Today we have a treat box. So this is the bundle we're using again, Endless Love. I'm also using the book treat boxes. These are still available on Stampin' Up, item number 164048. That's what we're making, but the box is super easy to put together. But what I'm showing you is how to make a top, because the box does not have a top in it. It goes just like this, and it makes it very flimsy. So actually, this is very sturdy, but it makes whatever you're putting in there kind of move around a lot. A gift card could fit in here. I have some peppermint kisses, but the box fits perfect. So, yep, you can see I have some acetate on that from the glare. Here's those perennial postage dies that I'm using. Love perennial postage. These are item number 162607. And here are those Endless Love dies that we're just decorating the front. So, I'm making this as a Valentine treat, but you can absolutely swap this out for any holiday. Just change up your die cuts. That's all you got to do. And if you have the perennial postage and you decide to do the inside, use this as a different sentiment on here. So let's get to it. This is going to be easy. So what you're going to need is one of those treat boxes. I have that right here. And then you're going to need a piece. I'm using Poppy Parade, and this is cut at 5 5/8 by 4 7/8. Okay, very important that you get the correct sizing, and that will fit perfectly over the box. So again, it's 5 5/8 wide by 4 7/8 high. Okay. All right, so that then we are going to need, let me find it because I can't see it with the because it's clear. You're going to need a piece of acetate, and this is cut at 3.5 by 2 3/4. 3.5 wide by 2 3/4 high. Okay, so that's that. Now let me go through the dies that I cut out here. Okay, so I cut out the perennial postage die out of basic white. So if I bring in the perennial postage dies, okay, right here, this is the one, this one right here. So the larger that bundle is the Poppy Parade, and then that smaller one right underneath it is what I used for the basic white. Excuse me. I have a tutorial for you linked down below, and that'll give you more of the dimensions for you to know which one to cut out if you have this. I actually still need that, so I'm going to leave it out. Okay, and then with my Endless Love dies, I cut out one of the red out of Poppy Parade, one of the charm looking hearts. Then out of the DSP, I used the Made with Love DSP. I'm going to show you a sample of those. I cut out two of these hearts. Then, using the brushed gold foil, I cut out an XO, a few little gold hearts, and then I already put it together just so it dried for when I was ready for it. I took two of the arrows, I crisscrossed them and put a little gold heart right on top, and that's going to go on top of my charm there, as you see in my example here. So that's all our dies. You can refer to the tutorial that you can download to get the proper dimensions for everything. Okay, so let me get all this off my space here for a moment. Let's put this box together first. So this is your inside box, okay? I'm sorry, the cover. Here's the cover. It's just very easy. It actually gives you right there. You can see that self-adhesive that's actually going to go like that. And this is the box. So everything, let's see if you can get a glimpse of that. All the, there it is. All of the score marks are there for you, and all of the tape is there for you. All you have to do is peel it off and put this box together. Very, very simple. So just bend all your sides. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is to create the side, right? So you tabs go in, then you bring over and fold down. Okay, and there's adhesive here, so that'll seal that off. But I'm sorry, you want to pull in both of your sides so that when you close, it's like a pizza box if you've ever put a pizza box together. Okay, so I'm going to hold my tabs in. Let me zoom in just a little bit for you. So I have my tabs in, right? Just going to hold them there and fold this over. See? So there's a perfect inside of your box. You're going to repeat that. Okay. Fold your sides in. And then this is going to flap over. But first, we have to pull off. Where is my doopy doopy doo? There it is. Tweezer. You have to pull off that backing. So here is your box. Now, there's 2 strips of adhesive that you're going to pull off there, and your box is going to sit right there. Now, take notice of the crease. You obviously can't go past that because then it'll obstruct your box closing. And let me see, do I have it right up against it? Just about, just about. So if you see it, whoop. So if you see, I have my box kind of right up against it there. Okay. So, those smell good, those peppermint kisses. All right, so let's do that. Let's remove this backing. It's actually showing you, see those 2 lines there? So I'm going to go sideways. It's better for me to see. And just about there. And then just push down. Okay, so pretty much this is done now. You could just decorate this however you would like, but we're going to decorate it in a love theme. Um, but again, use any of your sentiments. And let me show you. So a gift card here is a hotel key would absolutely fit in there as well. So you can fill this up with some of that, broken up papers or whatnot and put a gift card in here if you chose. All right, so our box is put together. We're just going to keep that off to the side for now. Then I just want to come in and do my stamping really quick. So I'm going to bring in that small postage out of the basic white. I have my Poppy Parade ink and I'm using love, 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 love those bubble letters, right? So cool. So we're going to ink that up. I'm going to just do a test stamp because I always do before I just go down on because I don't have another one cut. Should always make sure I cut 2 just in case I mess up. And again, this new thing I'm doing, I stamp and then I rub and I feel like I get such a perfect impression. Okay, I wish that was that. I hope this one comes out as good. And I'm loving, since the holidays, I used a lot of Poppy Parade. I think it's my favorite in any of the red pink families right now. Okay, so write down love, and I'm just rubbing it along. Perfect. I don't know why it does that. It's just because this is so hard and solid, and I just get a great impression doing that. Okay, so now I could just adhere these 2 together. That's all I needed to do for that. I'm just kind of getting all the simple things out of the way. Okay, just layer them 2 together. I probably could have came down a little bit. Maybe I'll put, I have extra scraps here. Maybe I'll throw on there. Let's see, what color hearts are these little hearts down here? Okay, there's a gold one. Well, if I have 2 gold ones, perfect. We'll put them in there. I always love when I'm working with a new bundle or die set. I cut out lots of pieces, so I'm ready to go for certain things. I'll use my green glue and put 2 little dots here. I didn't want to use my green glue. I wanted to use this other glue I have in a pen. It's sticking. But now that I started with the green glue, I will use it. Okay. Then I'm just going to put these 2 hearts, try to drop it to fill that space up that I went a little high on my love. So I'm just adding this in just for me. You don't have to. For you, just move your stamp kind of centered. But a little surgery, right? I call this crafty surgery. Worked out. Okay, that's the only stamping we need for this project. So we're going to get that out of the way. And now we're going to move on to the box. So this is a box top that I just want to show you that's almost put together, but I didn't cut the middle piece out yet because I just wanted to show you for sake of when you put your box together and you miter the sides, this is what it looks like mitering. Okay, you do a little snip up. When you put this together, your adhesive is going to go on your inside of the flap so that when you put these over, it just seals up like that. So that's why I kept this one like this, just as an example to show you. But first, we're going to come in again 5 5/8 by 4 7/8. So what you're going to do is you're going to come in with a scoring board. Scoring your paper trimmer, our Stampin' Up trimmer has a score blade as well. And you are going to score on all 4 sides at the 1 inch. So you start and then you just keep rotating. Okay, so here I am 1 inch. I'm going to use the smaller end of my stylus. So 1 inch, turn it, 1 inch. Just keep turning all the way around and score at 1 inch. Okay, that's all you need for your scoring tool. So you see we have all of our score lines, right? Okay, so now you're just gonna fold them in. Okay, come in with a good pair of snips. And on each score line, okay, I'm gonna try to do this close. You score right in the down the score line, and then try to come in just to tear a hair off to the side. See? There's my piece. I didn't pull it off yet. Just a little, that's called mitering. That's how you make box tops or box bottoms, any box. So again, you do that on all 4 corners. But you don't miter into the tab because you miter into the bigger part of the cardstock. So right there, and then do that little angle cut. Okay, so that's what that looks like. And do the reverse on the other side. So all 4 corners where you just scored, you're going to miter a piece out. And you don't need a big piece at all. Just a little smidge is good enough. Okay, so you have those 4 cut marks. So here's those 4 tabs. All 4 tabs right there are going to get a little adhesive. So use whatever you'd like, your favorite adhesive. I'm using 1/2 inch tear and tape. I'm going to go for my other scissors so I don't ruin these. Here they are. And I just need 4 tabs. I like to use tear and tape. It's just very strong. But you use whatever is your favorite adhesive. I have so many adhesives. I have so many adhesives on my desk, just like right here, always in arm's reach, right? Because things always run out. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, so I'm going to come in with that. This is the larger one that I told you about. So this is about 3 by 2 1/4. What you want to do is, so if I was putting my box together, okay, this is the inside of my box. That's the top of my box. So I want to die cut on the top of the box. So I'll be right back. I'm going to just use my I don't have my emboss machine, my stamp and emboss machine out on my desk right now, so I'm just going to use my automatic machine right here. I'll be right back. Okay. So here's that. All right. So there you have it. That's the inside. Actually, now that I think about it, I didn't need to cut another one out. Here's that piece. Could have just used that inside piece. So just wasn't thinking a second ago. All right. Now you're going to flip it over to the inside. Okay, you're going to take that piece of adhesive that piece of acetate, and you're going to put it right there. So however you want to do this, I have super thin tear and tape. It's 1/8 of an inch. So I'm just going to use that because that will do me perfectly. Just like this, just putting it around. I think one more piece. Okay. Take off that backing. Okay. So where's my acetate? Here it is. We are going to now put that down. There you go. So now our box has a top. Perfect. All right. So now you're going to pull off those tabs and you are going to put together that box top. Stacy, just use your tweezers, I have so many tools, this thingy, but I just got to change the end out. All right. Fold that. All right. And now you're going to do the same thing on this side. Or however you do your tabs, your sides, everybody, does the boxes. They put the flaps on the inside, flaps on the outside. I think the flaps go on the inside, personally. All right. So there you have it. There is my box top, right? Easy peasy. Again, fits right on top. So if I took that one off, perfect. Perfect. Okay, and it just makes it more secure and it actually gives it a little more flair. So let's keep going here. All right, let me bring my box in. I am going to take my love and attach that. Let me just use tear and tape just to make sure my gold hearts, if they're not fully dry, they should be though. Okay. And you can also write on this side of the box whatever you wanted to do. So I have some more candies here, not many because I've been eating them. Let's take some out of here and fill up our little box on this side. Okay. So there you have your box. So now, look, your tab, like, what do we do here? So if you weren't doing any sort of decoration, there is a little tab there that you can pull off, and that will seal that. But I don't want to do that because I want to be able to open and close this multiple times. So what we're going to do is we are going to take our box top and we're going to bring those dies back in that we have all cut out. This is right here is going to go just flat down. Oh, I wasn't even in camera. Let me zoom out just a little bit now. Okay, so this one is just going to go flat down. We're not going to pop that up at all. So I'm just going to put adhesive on the back of that. And get that right about there. Okay, next what you want to do is you want to come in with that charm one, and I have that on foam, and I'm just going to put that. Oh, you know what? I did this. I shouldn't have done this yet. I'm taking my foam off so don't do that. Don't put your foam on yet because I have to show you something. So this side, I already have foam on. That's totally okay. But this side, I shouldn't have had foam on. So I'm going to try to explain this first. So you want to put foam adhesive on this side of your heart only. Nothing under this tab at all. And you're going to arrange that, or any die that you're using if you're not doing this as a Valentine. Now I'm going to flip it over. So you see, if I had adhesive only on this side, but no adhesive on this, no foam on this side, this will close and go under, and that will hold that down. So let me show you on my completed card, and that'll make more sense. So this is all together, right? I have, this is adhered directly to the box. This side of my charm heart has foam adhesive on it. If I turn it over, look, this side does not. See, there's no foam there. Because when I now put my tab, I kind of lift that a little and just sneak it behind there, and that holds it closed. Okay. Now, so for this heart, you're going to put adhesive on this side, well, dimensional on this side, so it matches up with the foam of that one, right? So it matches seamlessly. And then on this side of your heart, you can just put some tape adhesive just to sit down on your middle heart there. Okay, so I hope I explained all that right. So let's just have at it. So I want to make sure I don't put any adhesive under this bump of the heart. So I'm going to get just a little bit more of my foam tape that I use and just cut another smidge for, okay, maybe here. Okay, I'm just going to leave all that open right there. Okay. Perfect. All right, so I'm just going to go down because I think I am good. Perfect. Okay. Could have gone up just a smidge, but that's all right. Okay. Maybe I want to put a little bit, nah, I'm good. Okay. So now this one, like I said, I have a dimensional on this side of the heart, and on this bump of the heart, I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive. Take that back off so that kind of sits like that. Pretty. Could have probably came up a little hair more with that one. That would have brought my big charm up. And see how it's kind of, I should have went down a little bit more because it's just going to stick out just a little, but that's okay. You get the idea, right? Perfect. Okay, so now I am going to, on the back of this, put some adhesive. I'm going to use the green glue. And perfect. And let that dry. I'm going to take that X and O and I'm going to do the same thing. I think I'm just going to use green glue for all this, these little pieces. I have that kind of on a angle, so I'll follow suit. Okay, so if you notice, I have a little red heart inside because when you die cut that, the inside of the O cuts out a little heart as well. So I just cut out a second one in Poppy Parade and took that little itty bitty inside heart and I'm going to put it in there. So that's optional. You don't have to do that if you don't want. Just think it adds a little fun color. And then just set that right inside, just like that. Cute. Okay, now I just have three little hearts, gold hearts. I'm just gonna scatter them on my box. One over here, actually, yeah, one over here, and then one down here. And without having them stick to me or the box, well, we want them to stick to the box, me or the tweezer. Hopefully I can get them on. I have such shaky hands anymore. I think I drink too much coffee. But we made it work. I did it good. Okay. So, little tiny one thing I'm not happy with is I wish I would have put my charm just up a little higher, but this one's not. But I was going to say that's not tight. Let's put the top on it because that really tightens it up. Okay, so here's our box. So super easy. And this was what today's class was about, creating a top for this box. And these are still available, like I said, on Stampin' Up's website. They're book treat boxes. You get 10 of them in a pack, and it's item number 164048. So a good product to keep in your stash if you need a gift card gifty, um, and you don't want to just put a gift card in a card. This is a cute way to give a gift card or to make fun treat boxes for coworkers, for your kids' class. You can put lots of things inside these boxes. They're a nice size. So I hope you enjoyed today's class, and I would appreciate it if you give my video a like. Leave me a comment. I love when people leave comments on my videos. It's great for engagement for me, so I appreciate that. Like this video, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe. If you're watching me here on YouTube, subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. I do monthly free card classes. You can get my kits pre-cut and ready to assemble delivered right to your door, or you can purchase any of my instant downloadable tutorials on my website, craftydiva.usa.com, or I have a QR code. Let me see. Yes, this QR code, if you snap a picture of that, will bring you to my website where all my kits and my tutorials you can purchase, and my tutorials are instant downloadable. This is my Stampin' Up website. If you want to shop with me in any given month, if you place a $25 product order with me, if your total is $25 after Stampin' Rewards and whatnot, shipping and tax, you'll receive that month tutorial free. Instantly, I'll send it to you. And if you're not part of my private Facebook group, this is another QR code you can snap right there, and you can get into my Facebook group where I do weekly prizes, monthly creative sessions, and lots of chances to win Happy Mail, free shipping, all things like that. All right, I hope you enjoyed my class. And again, I hope you have a crafty rest of your week. Take care now.